Has The Masked Singer gotten too predictable? That is a question that a lot of you guys have been asking me on Instagram and in the comment section of our YouTube videos. And so I figured let's kind of talk about it. As you know, yesterday was the Group A finale with one person, spoiler, the Goldfish, moving over to the quarterfinals in a few weeks. And during our Masked Singer pre-show live stream that we do at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time before every Wednesday show, someone had said, it's kind of feeling like every episode has just gotten so predictable to the point to where it's almost not fun to watch anymore. And to be honest with you, I kind of stopped and thought about that for a while. For those who don't know, The Masked Singer, before they start teasing the season, they usually always kind of push certain characters first. And that's never been the case. I remember seasons 1 through 4, and they would start off and really not give us much of anything. And it kind of kept you hooked throughout the entire season. But now these days, between all the trailers, between the preview videos, between the way they edit the show, it kind of gotten to a point to where, yes, I'd have to admit, these days it does feel like they kind of give us who's going to be revealed or who's going to win in advance. And major spoiler alert, for those like me that watch the trailers, that see how many outfits people wear and what goes on, you can already tell who is going to win this season, or at least who's going to be the top 2. And I think it's because of the way that they edit it, that people kind of feel like after they kind of show those preview videos on the first 2 weeks of the show, you kind of know the rest of it. And I guess maybe this is kind of me giving advice for The Masked Singer as they're getting ready, because right now they're putting together things for season 12. And I guess really it's advice from a fan. And that's the fact that, you guys need to really sit down and analyze the way that you guys do all your commercials or the way that you promote certain characters. Maybe don't give us all the costumes. Maybe don't give us too many preview clips. Maybe when you're teasing the show, you don't really show certain things. I remember the first look, we already saw people were being revealed and you could tell who was going to be next, because when they showed preview videos for certain episodes, you can see that Nick Cannon was wearing orange, or they showed Rita doing this, or maybe they showed Jenny doing that, or Ken looking this way. And it kind of just did make it kind of somewhat predictable. We need to come up with something different. And this is kind of where I think you come in. Let's pretend for the moment that you're a producer on The Masked Singer. Who or what would you change in order to make it somewhat different? What would you do in order to make it something that would make you sit on the edge of your seat and make it exciting? No offense, but there hasn't been an episode that's been so exciting. I mean, we had one last season and maybe one before that, but when was the last time you remember that every single episode was oh my god, I can't believe it, I can't believe it, I can't believe it? Am I right? So what would you change? Would there be a format change? Maybe a change of the entire show? Maybe it's something even different? Maybe it's something where they do live voting? I don't know. How would you change it though? Put your shoes on as an executive producer, to wear the hat. What is that one thing that you would do different? And that's a great question, because there are things that could be changed. I think that for example, last night, I think the last episode should have the wild card in it. Because going into last night's episode, we already knew Goldfish was going to win, right? I mean, Starfish, who was Kate Flannery, she was great. She was having a lot of fun, but you knew she wasn't going to continue. When it came to the ugly sweater, he was very talented, but clearly you have, Goldfish, whose voice was a little bit better. So maybe make it where it's you do the top singers compete against the top ones, and then the not so great ones compete underneath, and that way when you get to the finale, you have the top 2 of the worst group or the voted off group, and the top 2 of the good singers. I don't know. Something to kind of change it up in a way. Once again, let me know in the comment section below, what would you change? What would you keep? What's a new format change? Maybe more costumes, less costumes. Maybe different kind of clue packages that aren't really pointing or too obvious. Maybe that's another thing. I don't know. But clearly something needs to change, because the way that it looks, a lot of people aren't as interested in the show anymore, because you can kind of just tell. I mean, you get like me and Kyle. Okay, Kyle does his stuff on TikTok. I do my stuff here on YouTube. And if him and I can both correctly guess every single person from one clue package, something needs to change. Am I right? Anyway, I want to thank you for joining me. If you haven't done so yet, please subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. I'm Joey. I'll see you later. Bye.